Hey everyone, welcome back to another lecture. Today I'm going to go into profound somnambulism, why it's important and why you need to start off using that state. Now, first of all, I know many of you may have heard different theories that there's no such thing as hypnotic depth and that it's just an illusion. I'm not really sure why they say that to people. In my experience, I found that to totally be completely inaccurate. Levels of depth actually do exist, and without achieving certain levels, certain phenomena cannot be achieved. Um, it is very, very important that you use profound somnambulism as your starting point before moving into the Eisdell state. In my personal experience, I find using an instant induction, a rapid induction, such as the hand drop or the element induction, are incredibly effective at achieving this. That being said, there are also certain types of progressive relaxation, such as ultra depth, which is also very, very effective as well. I personally like to use a hand drop induction or an element induction. I find that works very well in helping me achieve profound somnambulism, usually within anywhere between 10 and 25 minutes. That includes the induction plus the deepening. I'm not talking about just the induction itself. As always, it's very, very important for you to understand that rapport is very, very important with your client when you're doing this. Without the rapport and without the trust and the comfort, it's going to be very, very difficult to achieve these states. Now, I always emphasize many, many, many times that it is vital that you test your work. Now, most people, they're too afraid to test their work. They believe that somehow by testing their work, and if they fail the test, one of two things will happen. They believe that the client will somehow no longer believe it's working, and then they'll pop out of hypnosis. Or they believe that if the test doesn't work, then somehow they failed and they lose all morale. And as a result, many, many times, hypnotists will do their best to guess if their client has achieved a certain depth, but never actually knowing for sure. And that completely defeats the purpose of doing the quantum healing. So I myself have developed a technique which I find extraordinarily useful when it comes to using tests without fear. I apologize, my eyes are watered. It's a bit dry in here. Now, it is important when you first talk to a client, or when you're first doing a quantum healing, that you explain why you're doing the test and what they mean. Let the client know that this is not a pass or fail. Let them know it's nothing they can get right or wrong. Let them understand that you're using the test merely as a measuring device to see if they are in the required state that you need them to be in. Once again, you are using the test merely as a measuring device to see if they are in the state that you need them to be in. Hence, if you get a certain response to a test, or you get a certain response from them, that response will let you know how far they've gone. So for instance, if you ask them to have a certain experience, and they do have that experience, that lets you know that they're deep enough where you need them to be. If they do not have that experience, it just tells you you need to deepen them more. However, they should not worry about getting it right or wrong. They should just go with the flow. Now, what this does is that if you do ask the client to do something like lose a number or forget his name or anything like that, and it doesn't work, you maintain your credibility with the client because he doesn't suddenly think this is not working, I'm not going into hypnosis. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. And it also takes the pressure off of you because now you've reframed things in your own mind. Now you understand that when you're asking him to forget a name or forget a number or experience anything, and if it doesn't work the first time, you're just using it as a measuring device. That means you fractionate more, you deepen more, you do whatever it takes to continue deepening the process. Hence, I go back to the paradigm of a hypnosis being sort of like a theta state, and the fire analogy that I've used in 3.0. If you're unfamiliar with this, I encourage you to go back to the 3.0 version of the lecture and look at the basic core skills where I review this. Now, this is essential, okay? Because if you do not verify the profound somnambulism, none of this will work. Now, in my experience, Methods like the Dolores Cannon method are extraordinarily powerful. But in most cases, the reasons that their students are not having the success that they would like to have is because they're not ensuring that their clients are in profound somnambulism. They're not making sure, you know? And in most cases, every single case I've run into where, or I've heard about, where someone says a Dolores quantum healing technique did not work is because the practitioner did not verify and make sure they're in profound somnambulism. Now, the technique is powerful, and she is a pioneer in the field, and I do not want to take away from what she's done. But it's important that you understand that her techniques of induction are designed to produce profound somnambulism, and then from that point, go deeper and call the higher self. Once you understand that yourself, you can produce profound somnambulism. Now, generally speaking, I prefer using the instant inductions and the rapid inductions to do this. I find it to be very, very effective. I also like to use a mesmerism and the energetic hypnosis. I have a friend who was kind enough to produce a series of lectures showing how to do mesmerism, how to do fascination. Those will be uploading in about a week as soon as I get the new internet connection in. For those of you who are not really familiar with Eastern hypnosis and mesmerism, are you going to be in for quite a surprise. There is more than one way to hypnotize someone, and all hypnosis is not self-hypnosis. For some reason, I just do not understand why they teach people that or tell people that, but I digress. This is something I've already covered in the erotic hypnosis course. Anyways, right now, if you really, really want to get this right, if you really want to make the process as easy as possible for you, your main goal should be to achieve the profound somnambulism first. If that is not in your skill set, then I encourage you to put it in your skill set and put it to practice right now. I want you to start going out hypnotizing as many clients as you can, as many friends as you can, and I would like you to induce profound somnambulism, and I would like you to test it by having them lose their name and lose their number. Now, I know there's a huge skill set here, varying from beginners to experts. So for those of you who already have your own theories or ways of producing profound somnambulism and producing amnesia, I encourage you to go with that. However, if you find that that's not working with you, then I would like you to use my method that I offer to you and go with that. Since I found it in my success and my experience, I found it to be very, very useful as a way to produce the profound somnambulism. All right, now that I've gone through that, I'm going to let you guys have a quick break, and then in the next lecture, I'm going to go in my specific ways of inducing the profound somnambulism so you understand what it is you're looking at. All right, thank you.